You can't.
Actually, it was because I was trying to get it to work so I could share my thing with you.
What are you
and
going
it
to share?
wasn't
Hang on.
working.
What are you going to share with me?
Just
You?
if I needed it.
What do you mean? Your face? You're going to share with me your face. Ripley, you showed me your face just minutes ago in the Discord thing. There's already a setting for that. You just plug in your webcam thing. You don't have to open OBS unless you wanted to do some thing where you push a button and the fucking wiggles pop up. Remember when you did that? What was that, a year ago?
Yeah, that was it. That was a good meme.
Yeah, well, really good meal. You were like, oh, I need a kill switch. I need a switch in case something bad happens. I'm like, Ripley, nothing bad is ever going to happen on this thing that is going to require a kill switch. And boy, didn't I eat my words.
Go make some fucking cartoons, you fucking bastard.
ShockMouths needs to fix the rug!
Are you seriously that fucking naive? And ShockMouths is the expert. He's the boob expert.
I heard his podcast, and it's awful. Don't listen to it.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the ShockMouths podcast, the only podcast that has had more chances than a cat has lives. We're in... What the fuck is that doing? It just started lagging. What the hell? Oh, I'm not editing that out. I don't care. Yeah, we're in lockdown week 9, is it? And we're all going a bit crazy. With me today is today's replacement, Ripley himself.
Yeah, for the last time for a while.
Oh, for the last time. We said that a month ago, and then, then we got hit by a pandemic, which then allowed you to come back on. And I've got to apologise to YungNoodle, who the other day I was going to stream on Wednesday, and he was going to be our replacement Ripley, and then half an hour before the stream, I couldn't stream, something came up in live. I go to message him, I sent him a message on Twitter, DM'd him, apologizing, saying, I'm really, really sorry, how bad is this going to fuck you up? And he doesn't respond, and I'm like, oh shit, he's not responding. So then I have to put out the tweets apologizing to everyone like 10 minutes before the stream. And then he replies to that, and I'm like, that's weird, did he not see the DM? It wasn't until 4 or 5 hours later that I then realized, oh, DMs are broken. So to YungNoodleArm, it looked like that I just ignored him completely, came out and said I'm not streaming, and then just didn't tell him. So I got to apologize to him for that. Hello, everyone. Hello, MsPerfectParadox. Hello, Wharton and KFC Jesus and Davey doing the Davey dab. I just made that up then. That's not a thing. Davey dab.
Oh, Davey is here. Hi, Davey.
Yeah, he is. All right, it's going to be quick and chill today. So let's just start with how I fucked up this week. I actually fucked up in real life this week, and it has everything to do with the title of this stream. Ripley asked just before we came on, he's like, why is it called that? And why is there a picture of a dick on the thumbnail? Actually, you didn't say that last part. I made that bit up. So I was out last Sunday, I think it was, gone for a walk. And in Newcastle, if you know Newcastle, and I wish YungNoodleArm was here because he'd know. Newcastle used to have this iconic tower in its skyline. And it's the skyline that's on the thumbnail of this stream. And it looked like a dick. And everyone loved this tower, and everyone misses this tower now because it's gone. They tore it down a few years ago now. And it's the first time that I'd had this view of the skyline of Newcastle without it. And so this is all very new to me. I was walking with someone, and I went, man, that looks beautiful, but it's just missing a dick. I said this really loudly, out loud in public, around other people. I mean, we were apart and social distancing and all that. But how I fucked up was the person who I was with said to me, you know, there was 2 lesbians that just walked by? and I did notice, I just didn't really connect the two. So what has happened is 2 lesbians walked by, and then I said, that's beautiful, but it's missing a dick. But I didn't fucking mean it that way. Anyway, so that's how I fucked up this week. It's pretty short, but it's pretty fucked. How did you fuck up, Ripley?
So we're doing online TAFE classes. And that means the lecturers are lecturing from home. Kind of like this.
Yeah.
Except they don't have a great microphone. And we were watching short films through the lecturer's computer, and you could hear the breathing through his mic. He was going like, like really loudly, and it was blocking out the dialogue of the film.
Did you fix his OBS? Was it his OBS?
No, we're using this weird software called Collaborate.
Oh.
I don't know what it is. It's not even Zoom. It's Collaborate. It's web-based. It's weird. But the audio was kind of going through his headphones somehow. Anyway, you could hear his breathing, right? And it was like blocking out the sound of the movie. And nobody was saying anything. And I'm like, I've got to say something. So
What'd you say?
I put in the chat, hi, lecturer.
Hi, Dungeon Master.
The microphone is picking up some noise, and it's blocking out the dialogue because I didn't want to say breathing because that's mean. And I put a little smiley face emoji because I didn't know what to do.
Why don't you
And
say
then
stop breathing?
He ripped his headphones off and like got really mad, and then he put them back on anyway, like 2 minutes afterwards. But I talked to him after. He said he wasn't mad.
Oh, do you do that with everyone? I've noticed you worry that people get mad and they just aren't. They're just existing.
No, I think he actually was a little bit ticked off because I've never seen him that mad. But he is also I can't remember what area of the UK he's from, but he's very
they're all mad.
very British.
Doesn't matter what area he comes from, Ripley. They're all mad, especially the
No,
Scottish. But the Scottish are a good mad. I can tolerate the Scottish mad because they have every right to be mad. So you remind me of we had a meeting at work the other day, but it was via conference call. So like we all had to dial a number, like telephone a number, and then like put in a code that like put us into a room, and like the manager was telling us all basically how the company's fucked. And then in the middle of like his rant, or not, it wasn't ranting, but you know what I mean, his monologue, you hear this and then he just disappeared. And then like these 8 people or whatever it was in the call, like, hello? Oh, he's gone. Shit.
Because
and then lost you.
The supreme overlord who runs that particular company used his secret police to kill him.
Oh my god. Don't say that. No, that's probably true. They probably do have secret police. All right, I've got a new segment that I made up this week, and it's called "Why Would You Tweet That?" And I don't have theme music for anything like that because I'm pretty shit. Now I came up with a segment because I'm sick to death of people saying to me, "Oh, what?" People have been saying to me, "Why do you tweet that disgusting shit?" Like I can't remember what I tweeted this week that was disgusting. I didn't write it down. Just go to my Twitter and look at any old tweet from any day, and you'll find something.
This week was particularly bad, though. There were even a couple of things that I was like, "Why?"
Oh, like what? Like what?
I can't remember.
Oh, you can't remember? Well, it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't. I blocked it out of my memory. I think it was something to do with.
Do with what?
Sonic and genitals or something.
Sonic and genitals.
I'll look it up.
That sounds like a really cool spin-off without Knuckles. Sonic and genitals. Everyone write that down.
I'll look it up.
I'm taking that idea. So the first tweet that I have is from you, Ripley.
I knew it.
Yeah, you knew it.
I knew it was going to be me.
And by the way, I'm doing this because I figured that like if Bo Blacks can get 100k subscribers from reading tweets, why the hell can't I? So Jess, the bad cripple, said the Pentagon declassified the UFO videos, so we won't reorganize to clap them alien cheeks in 2020. Don't get distracted from the mission. And then she said that she got a very stern Jessica from her boyfriend across the room on Discord. That means it's a winner, boys. And I related to that hardcore. But then here's what Ripley added. This is the fucked up thing. He said, that's what Mickey Mitch thought for 7 years. Turns out it was just warning signs. Jesus, Ripley. You were on fire this week on Twitter. You didn't give a fuck, and I loved it. And so I was like, Jesus. And this is what I was talking about. You thought I was mad at you, and I wasn't. And I was proud. I'm like, that's fucking savage.
I just thought it was good. That's why I tweeted it.
You know what? I didn't get those warning signs because she never went on Twitter or anything, and she only got things from the internet that I showed her. And you think I showed her the fucked up shit that I tweeted? No, I did not. Also, in the chat it's Jesse Hammond. He's doing a big long stream today from 3 p.m. Sydney time. I don't know what time that is over in America. I'm going to say 10 p.m. where you are. I don't know. That's just a fucking guess. But I forgot to put a link to that in the description, so go to his channel. It'll be there. I'm going to tune into the first part, but then I got to go do stuff. Stuff that I had prearranged. I don't know where I was going with that. All right, fucking next tweet is from YungNoodleArm, and I wish he was here, and I'd fucking pull him up on this shit. He goes, "Another day, another cum sandwich eaten." That is worse than anything. This tweet actually, I think, was the one that actually triggered me going, oh, okay, no, we got to address all these fucking disgusting tweets.
That's just gross for no reason.
Wharton says, I found a picture of fucking Dorothy the dinosaur flirting with a character from Dragon Tales. Wharton's new. Have we seen Wharton before, Ripley?
Wharton
is he one of yours?
Follows me on Twitter. I think he's one of the people who watched the Wiggles documentary. Thank you for that.
Yes. Thank you for that. What are we thanking him for?
Watching my Wiggles documentary.
Okay, cool. Next one is this fucking thing.
No,
I gotta play this. You're not gonna be able to hear this, Ripley, but
it doesn't matter.
I love that you can now see what's on the OBS stream live before the stream catches up, because then you react instantly to what I'm about to fucking do. I like this. So you're not gonna hear this, but I was watching this. I woke up the other day, and this was one of the first things I watched. I didn't have headphones on, so my whole house would have heard this, and I would have had to explain what the fuck I was watching, but I didn't. And and now I'm bestowing upon you all this gem.
Hi, folks. I would like you to meet a very, very special friend of mine. This is Mr. Teddy
It gets worse.
Bear. And I want to show you what Teddy likes to do today.
It's this little twink, and he's got a teddy bear.
Hell yeah, motherfucker! Help! Teddy's eating my cock! Help!
Now he's ferociously rubbing it on his dick.
Help! Help! Get me a cock! Oh no! Oh, Teddy! Get off my cock, Teddy!
If I was gay and 17 years old, this is probably what I'd be doing. I wouldn't even have to be gay to be doing this, I'm gonna be real. I'd just be doing this.
Teddy!
I would have been doing this last week.
Teddy! Oh! Teddy likes
You know
to
what's
suck
really
my
bad
wiener.
about this?
What?
I just bleached my hair a few
Yeah,
days
you
ago.
did. You look exactly like this kid now. You should do a fucking... You should do a
No, I'm
parody
not.
of it.
I'm not.
You should.
Not happening.
But you should do it with a Wiggles doll.
No.
Teddy bear.
This is where it gets worse. This is the part where I was like, oh shit.
Teddy bear.
This bit. Wait.
Suck it real good, Teddy.
Welcome to the stream if you're just clicking on.
I really hate this.
That's the part where it sounded like porn. That's the part where it sounded like gay porn. And then I had to... Yeah, Killamo, what the fuck did I just... Exactly. Oh, wow. I'm so glad I just said that. Welcome to the stream, everybody. That was the first of what is hopefully many of our new segment called Why Would You Tweet That? It's basically tweets that I see where I just think to myself, why would you tweet that? And hopefully I'll have a fucking theme song thing to it next week. But probably not.
You really are the worst version of Tommy C, aren't you?
Why? What do you mean? I'm nothing like Tommy C. Do you see Tommy C doing that? Do you see him doing fucking gay shit?
No, but that's why you're the worst version.
But I'm not a virgin. What version? I'm not a virgin. What are you talking about? God damn, all these fucking Freudian slips today. KFC Jesus is in the waiting room to save us all. Thank you, Jesus. Oh my god. Hey, Jesus. Jesus. Jesus.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you kind of.
Let me pull my
Yeah, maybe plug in your microphone. Maybe plug that in.
Shit, hold on.
This is like what we do before our streams.
Yeah, except it's not on the stream. Have you got headphones?
Where's your...
Are you just sitting there with a laptop without a microphone and headphones and you're like, fuck it, I'll just join. I'll just use the inbuilt mic, I'll just use the inbuilt speakers, fuck it.
I don't usually come into something. I just kind of stumble in.
Yeah, me too. Did you hear what you just said?
Wherever I want to go.
All right, I'm just gonna mute you. You let us know when you fucking get that fixed.
Yeah, tell me.
Because we
tell
can
us
hear
in the
ourselves.
chat.
Yeah, Jesse said the iMac on the ground is both a flex and a disrespect. That iMac is nearly 8.5 years old. I don't know what to do with it. I can't throw it out because you can't throw out an iMac. That's disrespect in itself. I can't use it because it's 8.5 years old. What am I going to run on it? A fucking Discord? That's what I used to run on it. But that's the other problem. I would run Discord on it. I've got no room here to put it. Can I?
No, I don't.
I would show the desk, but there's pictures of my kid everywhere behind the camera, so I don't want to do that. Don't want to show you her. I don't know where I was going with that. Have you fixed your mic, KFC Jesus?
I did indeed diddly did.
You did. Oh, good. Oh, good. Now we can't hear ourselves. Hello, KFC Jesus. What sermon do you have for us today?
Oh, sermon. Wow. I actually haven't. Okay, here's a sermon.
You are Jesus.
Just because. Yes. Well, the thing is, it is really easy to just go to a gas station and get a 6-pack of Mickey's malt liquor for like $6, but you probably shouldn't get 2 of them, and definitely not drink all of them in one night.
Is that like a chocolate like a chocolate Bailey's? Is that what you mean?
It's called Mickey's Fine Malt Liquor. Oh, there's still some left in this one.
I saw a donut flavored one last night and I nearly got it, and I'm like, nah, I think my good judgment's saying no.
No, my first real liquor was a nice cotton candy vodka when I was 21. My mom bought it for me. She had the idea, like, you know how in sitcoms when they catch the kids smoking, they're like, oh, you smoke a whole carton of cigarettes, and they figure that'll turn them off from smoking, but instead it makes them more addicted.
That's actually what I've been planning to do this whole time. I've been hoping to catch my kids smoking cigarettes just so I can smoke them with them. To teach them that it's wrong, and to show that it's uncool.
Yeah.
Look how uncool your dad is. Well, but meanwhile, I'm like, yes, oh man, I've been looking for this excuse.
Just join them, take them from them, and smoke them in front of them.
Was that Mrs. in the background there? I heard.
Yeah, she's
Oh, tell her I said hello.
Hello. Mitch says hello.
She's still the sweetest person we've ever had on here.
She's still the sweetest.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I know. I'm repeating it because she can't hear me.
So you're back on Twitter as well. How is that going? Because you swore off Twitter for a little bit.
Yeah, and then I figured it would just be a way, because I thought if Discord shits the bed, I'm not going to be able to talk to anybody, or if I fuck up with Discord or something.
But I think you need to follow different people. Because you say that Twitter's so fucked up. Most of the fucked up shit I see is from things that you're responding to, so things that you're finding. What you need to do is go to Twitter, go to your follow thing, unfollow everybody except for me, and then just go follow who I'm following.
I'm keeping it at 69 followers. I'm not following more than 69 people.
All right, but unfollow them all, and then just pick another 68.
I think I will.
Yeah.
67.
I feel like it, because I kind of don't feel like booting it up now, because I've been using the web browser thing on my phone.
What? You don't use the Twitter app? You use the web browser? What are you? Are you sadistic?
Yeah.
Why? That sounds like hell.
It helps me use it less.
But you were using it all day yesterday. I saw you. Don't hide from me, motherfucker.
I'm not hiding from you. I just don't fucking remember that. Did you not hear? I had 12 of these in one night. I've only recently regained consciousness.
12 what?
I don't fucking Mickey's fine malt liquor. I lost an entire day.
Oh, so they're individual bottles. It's not a big bottle that you share, unless you've had 12 of the big bottles.
Yeah, I just kind of woke up with more around me.
Don't know how those got there. Yeah, I understand. I feel you. I actually had a shit ton of those the other day. Fucking. Oh, did you see that Augie took Bunty King's name on Twitch?
What?
Yeah.
That sounds like a bunch of words. I have. What is a Bunty King?
Bunty King is a cock.
Is he the guy with the fucking beard.
Yeah, the Indian Canadian dude with the beard, and
not
he-
him again.
He was
Yeah.
he was a legend for a little while.
oh my god, and he changed it to. He's made the background the picture of the sad Bunty crying behind the happy face, and he's titled the stream "I'm a cuck, let's talk." But which I think we did talk about that video that Bunty did on a previous episode.
Yeah, and then you didn't want to watch it because you felt too sad.
It does make me sad. The man's sitting there admitting that he's a cuck and he's okay
Yeah,
with
I
it.
know, but he's also a jerk.
You're not gonna get
so it
sad by
doesn't
that. Yeah,
matter.
but he's a jerk.
No.
Yeah, but I have empathy. I have empathy even for
I
jerks.
don't have empathy for him.
You don't have
I
empathy
don't
anymore. What have I
know.
done to you?
No, not for him.
What did he even do? Just serious question. What? I keep hearing his name like he did something like cool or something, but I've never like heard of this motherfucker before.
He
until,
did-
like 2
he
months
did
ago.
those,
you guys were
like,
talking about.
red pill kind of political videos that were big in like 2016.
And then
with, like,
but then he turned his back
chewing-
on it, and he was
and
like,
then-
"No, I
and
just
then
play
he
video
turned his
games."
back on everybody.
Oh, yeah, 2016, the year that I purposely tried to smoke away for another year.
How's
I spent 2017 trying to forget that 2016 happened.
I think a lot
Yeah,
of people.
I think
do.
we're going to spend the rest of the 2020s trying to pretend that 2020 never happened. Yeah, I don't know how he did that. I don't know if Bunty King like abandoned it or if he just never had it and then Augie noticed and he's like, "Yeah, I'll have that."
Because he's not going by Bunty King anymore. He's going by
So maybe he
his own
had it
name, I
and then
think.
he changed
now
it.
he has a new username.
What is his name? And because he's
Am-
blocked me.
Am- Amon.
So that's the thing, Bunty. It's a fucking hard name to type. Bunty King is way easy to remember.
Although now he's just changed his Twitter name to God King Bunty.
God King Bunty.
I hate him now. I absolutely hate him.
See?
It's the stupidest.
I
No.
can't find him
Fuck him.
because he's blocked me.
Okay.
His
I don't know who he is, but fuck him.
his name is Anand.
Anand. Anand. That
You
sounds
know-
like a dish.
I'm
Like-
gonna fight him in the street.
A di-
I'm gonna fight him in the street. Yep. I'm gonna strip down to my boxers and nothing and open up my shirt
my
and just
God.
start wailing on him. Now.
And that's why you're the
Fight him.
KFC Jesus, because I could have pictured that.
I don't care. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna. You see, I won't like beat him, but I'll scar you for life because it doesn't
I-
matter what you do to me. I'm just gonna keep coming back more
I
naked.
feel like he would actually take you up on that too.
No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. Be like, no, because wasn't he all about peace and love before or something? And he was all about wanting to
I'll
be
give him-
everybody's friend and.
No, I'll just give him a specific Google link to a street and just say, "Be here at this time," and then I'm just gonna drive up in my van and just run out with no
Hey.
pants and just start wailing on him.
Are you gonna have your KFC bucket on your head?
I actually have it right here. My wife made me keep it. She actually likes the whole thing. She's like so cool with it. The last time I came on stream, she like ran out of the room and just grabbed the bucket and just put it on my head.
Is that like the man equivalent of sexy lingerie? Having a
I
KFC
guess.
bucket? Yeah.
I didn't know.
Oh shit, she can hear me? Oh god damn it.
No, she can't hear you. She can only hear me.
Oh good.
Now she's just.
But now she knows
so
that
she's
you.
getting like half of this.
Now all of China knows you're horny for KFC Jesus. I don't know where I'm going with that.
It'd be funny if like your podcast just blew up in China, and then I just come on and just say the most horrible things I can think of about the leader. Because my goal, I want to get a low social score. Because like if you get a low enough social score in China, they're like you won't be allowed to use normal transportation. You have to like go to like things that are like purposely made like really shitty buses and stuff. I want to see like how low I can get my social score.
My tweet didn't take off yesterday, and I'm pissed off about it. I did a tweet where I was like, if you come home and like there was trails of shit all through your house, and all the trails of shit led to your little brother's room, and you wanted to go in there to investigate where the trails of shit were coming from, and your little brother stood at the door and was like, nah, you're not coming in, wouldn't you just be a little bit suspicious that your brother took a shit and smeared it all over the house? Because he's just not letting... And that's what I said on Twitter, and it didn't take off, and I'm pissed off.
That story actually happened to me. That story actually happened.
Wait, what? I just made up a ridiculous, disgusting story, and you're just like, oh yeah, that happened.
Yeah, that happened to me. That exact scenario happened to me. My little brother, when he was like 3 in potty training, he just took off his diaper and I somehow got it on the ceiling. And
Yeah,
I am still like because I walked in like, what's that smell? What's that smell? And it's all on the ceiling.
Oh.
No, because I'm gagging because my kid actually did it one time.
And
I actually ran out the backyard and vomited everywhere. It was so bad.
I did it too when I was a kid. Right before my mom had just got me ready for church. I was 2 years old. I don't know why she tells the story to so many people.
Was it regular church or church?
This is why I like.
No, it was like it was United Methodist, which is like Protestant, we're getting into like weird labels for churches. There's so many. It's unreal.
This is why I like doing this live. You never know what the fuck we're gonna talk about. All right, I'm gonna bring in. Oh, sorry, you got something? Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, so like I was 2 years old. I did the same exact thing. For some reason, ungodly reason, my parents got me a small slide for my bedroom, and I go down it, and I just.
Did you put your shit down it?
Everywhere. Yeah, everywhere and on the carpeting. Like 5 minutes before church started, my mom actually worked there as an organist, and she was late that day. She's still mad about that.
Oh shit! I forget that you guys can see me live in the Discord.
Well, I mean,
you should be. It's really weird. I'm not looking at the video. I'm just looking at the Discord.
You should be conscious about that anyway, because seconds later.
Oh yeah, no, it's seconds later. But like, if I react to something that you guys do and you don't see it for another 5-10 seconds, you've already forgotten what that reaction was going to be about. But if you see it as it's happening, it's completely different. You'd be like, "Hey, fuck you! Why are you fucking praying to Jesus?" All right, I'm gonna bring in MsPerfectParadox. See if she has it. Hey, Perfect Paradox, do you have a story about how you took a shit everywhere? Because that's where we're at right now. Wait, where did KFC Jesus go? Did you drop him at Ripley?
Yeah, I thought that was the thing that we do now.
Oh.
No!
Ripley's just gone mad with power. Well, off you go.
That's so rude.
Ripley, because if it makes any difference, I'm too drunk to care. Or high. I actually forget.
He forgets what he is.
Drunk
or high?
I'm high. I had weed.
Oh, good.
Oh, shit.
Whose fucking phone is that? What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Alright, now we can go. Yeah, now we can fuck up.
That was literally Jesus.
Yeah. How are you, MsPerfectParadox?
I just wanted to say...
Yeah?
I found the tweet that I was talking about before.
About...
It was about Smurfs. And it was about
the one that I did that was really bad? What? All I tweeted was, do Smurfs have vaginas? It's not a bad thing. It's actually a philosophical question.
Why would you tweet that?
I was thinking about Smurfs and I was thinking about vaginas. My brain then just melded them together.
Didn't we have this conversation once?
Probably.
Yeah, I think we had this conversation once already. And it was about how Miss Murfett was like a whore.
Sure, she'd have to be.
She would
get
have
100
to be.
To get 100 Smurfs going.
Conversation. Exactly. That she would have to be because she had like.
And do they lay eggs? Do they lay little Smurf eggs? And like that would explain how she's able to have so many at one time. Like,
see, doesn't this sound familiar to you now?
No.
No, not at all.
No.
You've like been down this whole road before.
No. Did you get high the other day and think that we had this conversation, but didn't?
No, we had this conversation like a year ago, numbnuts.
But I didn't say, did she lay eggs?
Yes.
Did I?
Yes. You were like, how do they reproduce?
They
probably lay eggs.
I don't remember that at all. And are they blue and spotty?
How could she have so many babies? Because, you know,
If someone's listening, can they please draw Smurfette porn where she's pregnant with like 8 Smurfs? Thank you. Like Octomom. Please, if you're listening, go draw that.
No.
Hey, Shad, if you're listening, can you please do that? That'd
Shad,
be great.
Yeah, he would. He would.
Dude, that would be so fucking rad. But you know he's not listening.
Do you know what's funny is like as soon as I said the Smurfette Octomom thing, the viewers tanked. They must be new.
No, or else maybe it was the Shad.
How have you been? How have you fucked up this week?
How have I fucked up this week?
Yeah.
Well, gee, how have I not fucked up this week? I moved, so
During a pandemic.
during a pandemic, I have moved 2 times. So how have I not fucked up like this week? It's been a bad week.
Oh,
I can't even go there.
Oh, you can't go there?
I can't go there.
Oh.
It's just been a bad week.
Have you guys been in the Discord? I've noticed there's been a lot of fighting. Did you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, you just ignored me?
Kind of.
You just ignored me? You did? You just ignored me? What's with all the fighting? I tune into this.
There was this really loud noise, and I didn't know what it was, and then I heard a split second of your voice, and it was...
No, you cut off, Mitch.
Oh, I did? Oh, okay. It just sounded like you guys ignored me, because I was like, have you been in the Discord lately? Because it just seems like there's been a lot of fucking fighting.
No fighting.
You bunch of fuckers. Despite the provocation.
No, but somebody, well, actually, no, Mitch, you posted one of the most beautiful people of all time in the Discord.
Who? No. Who did I post?
From one of the series that I love, which for the life of me I can't think of right now.
Oh, that clip of no fighting that I just played?
Yeah.
I don't even know what it's from. I just know that clip. Oh, there's Ripstar as well. Is your hair still bleached, Ripstar?
Yes, still bleached. I only did it like
why
4 days ago.
Oh, and
Ripley,
also
I love your hair. I love it. I absolutely love it. What made you think of doing it?
I loved it too, and then I saw that video of that guy.
You loved it before you were compared to that guy.
What came first, the haircut or the guy?
So what happened was my mom's a hairdresser, and she was just bored.
And she still fucked it up?
You're such a fucking dick.
Yeah.
Just a dick.
Yeah.
You man.
First of all, Ripley.
Fucking jackass.
Do I go? No, I'm debating. Do I go there now? I think I found my line. No, I found my. Okay. First, she gives birth to you and fucks that up, and then she's like, "He hasn't suffered enough with his cerebral. I'm gonna fucking bleach this cunt's hair."
I actually like it. I think
you like having cerebral palsy. No. Oh, your bleached hair. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I apologize to the normies listening. They're probably horrified right now.
It's okay. I'm used to it.
He consents.
And yet, the viewership stays the same. With that, they don't run away.
No one runs away from that. Everyone's like, yes, cripple fight in the car park.
Yeah, the cripple fight they don't run away from, but the shad is too far. I don't get it.
Octo Smurf is too far.
Are we
Smurfette.
Are we talking about him?
Who?
Him? Who's him?
The Joker.
Oh, you wanted to bring? Oh, are you changing topics now? You wanted to bring up Joker. You want to bring him up? You want to talk about him? What he did? Because we don't know if he did or didn't.
Oh no, we don't have to talk about that. But he's definitely done some other things that we can talk about.
Do you know for a fact that he did these things?
Yeah,
or are they
I've
allegations?
seen video.
You saw a video of it. Oh, spill the beans. Do I know about this? I want to know about this. First of all, can we explain to the normies who don't know who this person is? You got to give a bit of backstory on who this is. You can't just.
Okay, so there's this guy named Hammond, Moncrief, and he has.
Oh wow, just dox his full name. Yeah, okay, go on.
That's public.
Okay.
And he has many names on the internet. He used to go by Leonard Church, but now he goes as the Santa Cruz Joker.
So, that's real. I thought that was a parody of him.
No, that's real.
So, okay, so he's going as the Santa Cruz Joker, just like that guy in Denver who went by the Joker and shot up that cinema. Okay, yeah, I'm not alarmed by this at all.
He's actually dressing up as the Joker, too.
Oh, boy.
And everything.
Yep.
Yeah, so he got famous originally by responding to I Hate Everything.
Yeah, that was how I found him.
That was how he kind of blew up.
And I thought it was an act. I thought his craziness was an act.
And he's kind of an insane person. He's becoming quite the lolcow.
He is a lolcow. Now, for the normies, what is a lolcow? Because remember, we have some normies that watch now, and they don't know anything about what we're talking about. We've got to fucking grab them by the throat and spoon feed them this shit.
Like, yeah, we have to translate everything.
Yeah,
apparently
you're sounding like someone from Alabama, and then we're having to translate for the non-Alabama people.
You've ruined me, Mitch.
I didn't do this to you.
Yes, you did.
You chose to.
Blame the victim.
So a lolcow is someone who is
the internet makes fun of because they're so ridiculous.
Because they're so ridiculous. So Christian is a lolcow. He's probably the most famous one.
Yep.
So
Maddox is a lolcow. Peter, the animal welfare organization, is a lolcow. So what did Harlan do? What did this lolcow do? What are you giggling at? Shut the hell up. It's not that goddamn funny.
So,
fucking tell us, Ripley.
Yeah, he got into a fight.
Oh, okay.
Dressed up as the Joker.
Have you got the video?
No, but this is what I can link it to you. Hold on.
Yeah, you got to link it to me. I need to see this.
Yeah, no kidding.
He
Put
dressed
it in the chat.
up as the Joker, and he fucking fought somebody. Oh my god. I mean, he could have done worse things dressed as the Joker. He could have had Chris Hansen coming after him.
Well,
yeah,
that's the things that he did as dressed as a Joker.
Well.
Well, no, if he had Chris Hansen coming after him, nothing would have happened anyway.
Did you say
don't worry about it.
Did you say that there's that as well?
Yeah, yeah.
Of course there's that as well. Of course. Hi, I'm Chris Hansen. I hear you've been a very naughty boy, Joker. Take a seat right over there.
Yeah, that apparently only cost $60 to get him to say.
Oh.
Mitch hasn't seen that yet either.
Oh, so that was a cameo. Now, for the normies, cameo is where you pay celebrities money to say something, like how we got Gilbert Gottfried to say that he listens to this podcast, even though he doesn't. Ripley, are you compiling these things that you should have compiled before the stream?
I didn't think about it until 5 minutes before the stream happened.
Yeah, I'm not going to blame you there, because, to be honest,
you do that all the time.
I do that all the time, yeah. I go on without any prep work. Can I find it, maybe? Can you give me something to Google or to search?
I sent you a link of the fight on Twitter.
Oh, you did? Oh, yeah. Could you have told me that you did that?
Well,
oh, you've got two. Oh, what do we watch first? The fight or the Chris Hansen thing? All right.
The fight, because the Chris Hansen thing, got to give a bit of backstory to it.
All right. Here we go. Oh, it was live. Oh, my God. Oh, whoa. He's not doing very well. Oh, he's losing. Oh, he is fat. Oh my God, he's so fat. Jesus. No, sorry, I'm just finding this out now. When I found him, he wasn't fat.
Okay, we don't fat shame on this show.
No, we do. Yeah, we do. He's been in quarantine for way too long.
Yeah, we do.
It's okay.
Hang on. What did he say there? He got your friend. Did he just go? Your friends have been attacking me. Wait. Is he saying that in the Joker voice? He is performing as the Joker. Okay. This is horrible. Oh, it's freezing up. Oh, now he's walking away. All right, that's. I think
that's a start.
That's
start.
He's shorter than what I thought.
Oh wait, did they fight again, or did the guy? Is this replayed?
No, they fight again. I think it's like a
This just looks like that's what happened before. Yeah, that's just a replay.
Yeah. Anyway, that happened.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, and then someone paid Chris Hansen to say this about him. Okay.
Should probably preface that this man is actually not a very nice man. So...
Chris Hansen or Harlan?
No, Harlan.
Oh yeah, he's not. Yeah, I thought we already knew that. That's why I was calling him fat. I only call people. I only call people fat who deserve to be called fat.
Yeah. At the moment, like for normies, we're just bullying some random guy.
Yeah, well, that's why they're normies.
Hello, Harlan. Hi, Katie. Been going through some transcripts. I'm gonna need you to have a seat right over there. That's right over there. I'm well aware of your crimes. I'm Chris Hansen for the Pod Awful.
So he's in Santa Monica, huh?
Harlan is, yeah.
For the Pod Awful cult.
That's interesting.
And you're in big trouble.
Who's Pod Awful?
There's this podcast called Pod Awful, and he's been kind of the direct enemy of Harlan at the moment.
Oh, I'm gonna subscribe.
Harlan's been threatening the Pod Awful guy. It's quite funny. But anyway, now Harlan is trying to sue Chris Hansen
for that cameo.
Onision style, because
for making that cameo.
No, because he said that Chris Hansen called him a pedophile, even though he didn't.
He didn't actually say much in that cameo that was unique, like, to the situation. All he really said that was unique, I think, was Pod Awful. I don't even think he said Harlan, did he?
Hello, Harlan.
Oh, no, he said hello, Harlan. But,
Chris Hansen also said things in, DMs to Harlan about why would you call yourself a pedophile on Twitter, and I think he was referring
did Harlan do that?
I don't know. I don't know the full story, but apparently that's why he's suing Chris Hansen.
Okay.
Which is going to be amazing to watch.
That is something we're going to have to keep our eye on. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have something to follow now. We've never had anything to follow. We've never had, like, a consistent thing to follow, but it looks like... Ripley, your job now is to fucking keep your eye on that and compile shit next time so that we don't have to fucking piss around.
I don't know whether it was good or not. Okay?
Although, no, you did a good job. I think it was less than 2 minutes it took you to get those links. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm not mad. Don't go off now and think that I'm mad at you, because I'm not. If I'm mad, I'll fucking tell you.
Let's bring in KFC Jesus, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts on Chris Hansen to begin with.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Hey, KFC Jesus. What do you think?
What do you guys What do you guys think of Chris Hansen and the whole Onision thing and Chris Hansen period?
I'm gonna be honest. I got bored of it a month ago.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
I haven't really been following the Chris Hansen side of the Onision thing.
For the normies, Onision is a pedophile that hasn't been convicted, but we just call him that because he has one.
He's an alleged pedophile.
He's an alleged pedophile that I'm saying is allegedly a pedophile.
An alleged groomer.
Despite all the evidence out there. Despite all of the fucking files.
Multiple confessions.
And confessions. I haven't seen those.
He never confessed. He never confessed.
Yeah, I didn't see any of that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, but...
Okay, so bored, not interested, and... okay, and... I
don't think Chris Hansen has done a very good job for what I've seen.
Nice, okay.
Just some dude.
I want to know why he's still doing this, even though Dateline doesn't do that shit anymore. But he was just like, yeah, I'll just keep going online. I don't care.
I think it was John Swan who made a really good point. He made a video about what Onision probably isn't going to get convicted. And he made a really good point that when Catch Predator was on NBC as a TV show, he had a whole team of people. And now it's just Chris Hansen and some other dude doing the Onision investigation.
I got a How I Fucked Up story about How to Catch a Predator. You're not going to believe it. I don't think it's that interesting, but you're not going to believe it. But I was responsible for getting those shows on air on a TV station out here 10 years ago. I put the labels on the wrong tapes, and they played it on air out of order. And I got in trouble. But I didn't notice because those specials were like once a year or something, weren't they? Whereas out here they played them just one after the other. So if they made reference to a previous thing, that one wouldn't have aired yet because that aired then afterward.
Oh, so you...
And they were pretty pissed off at me.
Serious one then.
Huh?
Oh my God, that's funny.
It's such a you thing to do.
It is, yeah. Oh, that kind of thing happened all the time. I've got some other stories I was going to...
Are you responsible for
Hey?
Firefly being aired out of order too?
No. Not a... Well, if I was KFC Jesus...
Are you responsible for them getting cancelled?
No.
Okay.
No.
Then you may live.
No. You know... KFC Jesus, you know the Dick Show?
Oh, you love this story.
Yeah, I love this story. KFC Jesus, are you there? KFC Jesus, come on. You're in the Discord. Are you doing what Fraser did the other day? Last week and last episode, I end the stream. I then mute myself so that I can't hear the other people while the stream's ending. Then I come back in. Fraser had jumped out into the goodbye chat thing. I was like, oh, I want to talk to Fraser after the thing. I drag Fraser back into the live chat to say, to talk to him after the stream. He hasn't realized that that's happened, and he was talking to his partner without realizing that we could hear him. But I didn't realize that was going on until after he's like, how much of that did you hear? And I'm like, not much really, but I could tell you were talking to each other because all I could hear was, oh, is it live? He's like, yeah, it's live. Yeah. So I've had to teach him, you have to hang up. You have to press the disconnect button. If I see you in any of the voice chats, I'm going to assume that you want a voice chat.
That is funny.
Are you there,
First
KFC
time I was
Jesus?
on a podcast.
KFC Oh, you're there now. You're there now. Okay. So you know the Dick Show.
First time I was on a... Sorry. Keep cutting.
You keep cutting out. All right. But you know the Dick Show. You know how he wanted those Dick, this guy right here, he wanted the fucking episodes of Dr. Phil that he was on?
Yes.
Yeah. So where I work, we would have had those episodes around 2009 or 10 or whenever it was. And that's when I was working there. And I probably did see them, and it kind of rings a bell. And to be honest, I totally would have fallen for his satire. I would have believed that was real. But he put out last year, I think it was just over a year ago now, he put out a bounty for them because he was still looking for them a year ago. He was going to pay $1,000 to find them. I misread it. Actually, yeah, we did cover this something. I misread it and thought he was offering $10,000, and I'm like, oh yeah, no. I searched everywhere in the TV station for them. They're gone because we've gone digital since then. All the tapes are gone. But I would have had.
Was this? I was cutting out the beginning.
Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil. Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, so I would have had that. And then I told this at his live show out here, and everyone got upset. I thought everyone would have liked that story, but nobody did. They all got upset. And they
the full episode. I want the full
upset.
episode of the Dr. Phil episode with the guy that hosted bum fights.
Oh yeah,
yes,
I think he had that guy on. Yeah. Sorry, what'd you say? What'd you say, Paradox?
I said except for him, he didn't get upset.
Did I film that bit? Did I film that? So I have that. I've just never watched it.
I don't know if you ever watched it, but I've watched it.
No. Yeah, I just don't watch myself when I'm on a stage. I should check and see if I can play that bit because it was a paid show. That's why I think I've never played it.
No, you just don't like watching things with yourself in them.
Yeah, I don't like that either. But I would load it up and play it now. But because it was a paid show of his,
it was a paid show, and you didn't want to show it. That's why.
Yeah, so I don't. I mean, I would show it now, but yeah, I'd have to check with him first because he might not want his paid for shit just being streamed for free. Even if it is to 9 people. 9 people that I love very, very dearly. When we appreciate you tuning in.
Yeah, I think that's decent of you to ask.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll ask him over the next week, and if he says yes, I'll play it next week. Or whenever the hell the next stream is. It's all over the fucking place now. I'm really sorry about that. It's supposed to be Wednesdays. I said I couldn't do Saturdays. Now we're on fucking Saturday. Anyway. Sorry, was someone saying something before I went on my fucking rant?
I was saying about how I don't think Chris Hansen is doing a very good job with the Onision.
Oh, shit. Oh, man, that was a long tangent then.
Yeah.
It was.
Sorry, I get that from my dad.
Basically, because he's just some guy and another guy, and they're not any... neither of them are legally qualified. Or I think the guy that's actually running everything is, but that can only get you so far. Like, Stejo is technically legally qualified as well, and we all know
who the hell is Stejo?
Susie Lou's
boyfriend.
Oh, Susie Lou's boyfriend. Oh, Susie Lou. Okay, for the normies out there, Susie Lou has a massive forehead, and she watches anime. In its entirety online. Or am I confusing her with Alinity? I get them too confused. No, Alinity is the one that threw her cat.
Yeah.
Right.
That's not made up either. She did actually throw her cat. Let me just find that. Just so you know, I'm not lying.
There's really horrible people on the internet.
There is.
Is the
All clips of Alinity. Oh god, that's a long. Alinity throws her cat.
Vodka kiss.
Oh no, this is. That's her feeding her cat vodka.
Oh, it's just what a piece of shit. I'm sorry.
Wait.
I hate this.
I didn't want the cat. I didn't want the cat eating the vodka. I wanted the cat being thrown. Oh, here it is.
Milo.
Jesus.
Yeet.
I hate it.
Milo.
Yeet. Sorry, one more.
It's so bad.
Milo.
You're not
Yeet.
showing it, Mitch.
Yeah, I am.
No, you're not. All I see is just you. You're not actually showing the.
Oh.
I can. No, you're not watching the right feed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shut up, PewDiePie. God damn it. Sorry, PewDiePie just started playing.
Was it the video?
Yeah,
there we go.
The next video started playing. It was PewDiePie.
This is such a high quality podcast.
It is, actually. I didn't think we were going to go longer than 15 minutes today, but we've nearly gone an hour, and that could only have happened because
podcasts.
that only happened because you guys showed up. So thank you very much for that. Also thank you to the new Patreons too. We got a whole bunch of new Patreons this week. They're all in the description. Let me fucking read those. So we got Jesse Hammond, Hybrid, Zacyquack, YungNoodleArm already was, and Kino Shita Crazy. I hope I didn't fucking miss anyone there. Feels like we had. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. So thank you for being a patron. I'm gonna make a Patreon post about you can choose your post room, whatever, and I'll mail those out. But another thing I've got planned for the Patreon, I purchased something the other day. I saw a thumbnail of Count Dankula's yesterday. He was wearing this T-shirt of Kim Jong-il, Kim Jong-un's father. Oh wait, wrong fucking screen. I saw that in in Count Dankula's thumbnail. I'm like, I need that fucking shirt, and I just typed into Google Kim Jong-il shirt, and then this came up, and I'm like, I'm fucking buying it. But then on the same site, I found this hat, and I've got that fucking hat coming too. So this is what I'm gonna do for the Patreons. I'm gonna fucking put that on and film Mum's reaction to me wearing that because it's gonna be good. Like, she loses her shit over me just wearing this shirt.
She's gonna lose her shit.
She lost her shit when I wore... the Danny DeVito Suicide is a badass shirt. She lost it over there. She's like, that's horrible. That's horrible. You can't wear that. Suicide is a horrible thing. I'm like, yeah, I know it is. She goes, well, what does it say badass for? And I'm like, because it's a joke. She goes, no, badass is something that's good. I'm like, well, not always. It's badass. And then my grandmother was there. Her mother was there. And she's like, no, badass means good. My 70-year-old grandmother's spelling out for me the definition of what badass is. No, badass means good. Badass means good.
Mom once put on a shirt that my brother had left in the washing room that said bumper to bumper on the three-way.
Uh-huh.
She didn't read it and just put it on. And she wore it out in public for a whole day. She also accidentally wore a shirt inside out that said, can I interest you in a threesome?
Oh, God.
Well, that's Kentucky for you. I don't even know if that's where you're from, but you just sound like it.
Pennsyltucky.
Hey?
Thank you very much.
You what?
Pennsyltucky is the area of America that extends from Pennsylvania to Kentucky, and it's the heart of redneck America.
And that's where you're from? Oh, also, look at this fucking tower that you've made. Look at that shit. What is that? Fucking...
I ain't made shit. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's on the screen right now.
Oh, I need to go back.
This is like Memento.
Look at him. He's like, this is my magnum opus. Imagine saying that before being nowhere near death. Anyway, I think that's going to do us for today. Thank you for coming, MsPerfectParadox and Ripley and
Thank
KFC
you all
Jesus.
for being here. Thanks everybody for coming.
Thank you. Where's the button? Oh, there's the button. So, yeah, how do I close these off again? I don't know.
Wait,
what do I say?
This might or may not be my last episode for a
Oh,
while.
you'll be back. You'll be on the bonus ones. You'll be back. I promise.
Yeah, but I want to
I promise.
I want to follow the Harlan story.
Oh yeah, we got to follow. Well, we'll try and do this. We'll try and do this on Saturdays then, because I don't think anything really bad happened today. So we could probably still do this on Saturdays. What am I talking about? This isn't your last, so shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
All right, now I got to restart the fucking music. All right. Thank you for coming. Patreon.com/MickeyMitch and Ego Raptor. Please make more cartoons.
Bye.